Hi class, this is the first lesson out of week 1, Foundations of Algebra 1. This is variables and expressions. Okay, on example 1 it says write 2 different ways that each algebraic expression can be written in words. Okay, so remember an algebraic expression is a combination of letters and numbers. So if you look at A, we have x plus 5. So a way we can write that is, one way we can say a number, because remember a variable is just an unknown. Okay, so we can say a number plus 5, or another way we could say that is 5 more than a number. Remember the word than is a flip word. Okay, that means if you were to box this, if we were going to write in our expression, we would start past the word than, which is a number, which would be x. Come back and get the rest. 5 more means to add. Okay. On B, we have r minus 4. Remember, r is just a letter, it's a variable, so we can say a number minus 4. Okay, or another word for minus is less, so we can say a number less 4. On C, we have 3y. Now notice there's not an addition sign or a subtraction sign in between the 3 and the y, so that means our operation is multiplication. So if I'm going to write 3 times y as an expression, I can just say exactly what I said, or I can write exactly what I said, 3 times y. Okay, now multiplication, that also means product. So I could also say the product of and what two numbers are we multiplying? We're multiplying 3 and y, so it's going to be the product of 3 and y. Okay, on the last one, letter D, this is m divided by 2. Okay, so you can say a number divided by 2. Okay, another word for division is the word is quotient. Okay, so quotient, if you're going to take the quotient of two things, whatever you say first is going to be your numerator, or what is listed first. So since m is listed first, I'm going to take the quotient of m, because it's listed first, and 2. So the quotient of and I know it is m, but we could also say that as a number, because right now we don't know what m is. It's an unknown. It's our variable. So the quotient of m, or I'm sorry, of a number, and 2. Alright, on example 2, it says match each phrase with a corresponding variable expression. So we have our phrases over here on the left, and we have our expressions over here. Okay, what I would do first, let's do process of elimination. Let's try to do the easy ones first, and we'll leave the last ones, or the harder ones, for the end. So the first one, it reads 7 less than a number. Okay, I know than is a flip word. Okay, so what that means is you're going to start with labeling a number first. Remember, a number can just be some letter, x, okay? Or if you look over here, it's all the letters are in. So let's change that to an n. So I have n, and if I come back and get the rest, 7 less means to subtract. How much am I subtracting? 7. So the first one is going to match up with C. Okay, a number decreased by 11. There's no flip word, so you're going to write it as you read it. A number, which is n, decreased means minus. How much are we subtracting? 11. So that is letter choice D. All right, 10 times the difference of a number and 7. So this is telling us 10 times. I have to multiply something by 10. Okay? Now it's telling me I'm going to multiply the difference of two things. Difference means subtract. So right now I don't know what I'm subtracting, so I'm going to open up a set of parentheses because I have to do the subtraction first. So whatever you read first is the first thing you're subtracting. A number, I don't know what that is, so I'm going to put n. And means the other number. Well, what operation are we using? It says difference, so it's subtraction. What other thing are we subtracting? 7. So that matches E. On the next one, it says 7 more than twice a number. Than is a flip word, so read past it first. Twice a number. Twice means multiply by 2. So 2 times a number, you can just write 2n. Go back and get the rest. 7 more. More means to add. How much are we adding? 7. So that matches A. And cross off the ones we have. Now we're down to 2. Okay, on the second to last one, it says 7 plus the quotient of a number in 8. So I know I'm starting with 7. Okay, I know I'm adding something. Now what am I adding? It's telling me to take the quotient, so I know I'm going to be dividing. Well, what two things am I dividing? I'm dividing a number, which I don't know what that is, and 8. So that matches letter choice F, which leaves the last one for letter choice B. Okay, the last one on this, or the last two examples on this page, it says translate the words into an algebraic expression. So it's kind of like we're working backwards from the multiple choice. We're going to be given words and it's going to want us to write in an expression. Remember, an expression is just variables and letters and numbers and symbols like add, subtract, multiply, and divide all together. Okay, so it says Evan types 42 words per minute. Okay, write an expression for the number of words he types in minutes. So it's telling us that M really stands for minutes. So right here, when you see minute, you know that really means M. Okay? Now, it's 42 words per minute. That word per means we're multiplying. Okay, now remember, if you're multiplying a number, which we're multiplying 42 and M, okay, the only symbol you don't need an addition or subtraction sign. Okay, so if you just write those two directly next to each other and leaving no spaces in between, if you leave no spaces in between, that's understood in math as multiplication. Okay, so whenever you see that keyword per, that means we're multiplying, and it's going to tell you the two things that you need to put together. We need to put 42 together and M. Okay, I knew it was M. I know it says minutes over here, but if you look right here, it says M, minutes. So it's telling you exactly what minutes stands for. Minutes stands for M. So 42M. And on B, it says Joan is 3 years younger than Dave, who is Y years old. Okay, so that right there, it's telling you that Dave is really what? He's really Y. So over Dave, I'm going to write a Y. So I need to get an expression for Joan's age. Okay, now I know there is a flip word. It says Joan is 3 years younger than Dave. Than is a flip word. So I'm going to start past than. Past than is Dave or Y. So I'm going to start my expression with Y. If I come back and get the rest, it says 3 years younger. Younger tells me that I'm subtracting. Younger means you're getting smaller. Okay, so I'm going to subtract. How many years younger is Joan than Dave? 3. Okay, so this is my expression for letter choice B. Okay, this is the end of the lesson on variables and expressions. Please return back to the learning module.